down. All right, and we're going here.
Is this happening?
That's happening.
Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the most important show on the planet, the Today Millenia podcast. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Nick Pierre, and I'm joined across and to my left by the wonderful Miss Maheen Sabani. How have you been? Missed you.
Great. I missed you.
I know, I've been sick. I was really sick. Last time about the esophagus burn, that was the joke.
COVID.
This time, because of that joke, I was punished and my esophagus was burned, also known as strep throat. And while I was at strep throat, he won another one. Down in São Paulo, Brazil, fighting out of Ciudad Verde, Honduras via Bayshore, New York, Alexio, the Hammer Rivera. How are you, sir?
I'm doing amazing, sir. Good to see you.
How was Brazil?
Beautiful place.
It's a nice place, right?
Beautiful, beautiful place.
Big butts.
Big old butts. You gotta be wary though. You know, some of them are not what they seem.
Yo, Brazil is where the original phony plastic surgery came from. That's
Yeah.
the original. That's like where you.
Everybody blames it on Kim Kardashian, but
the Brazilians been putting fake asses on chicks, and I feel bad for them because when I used to watch
porn.
Yeah, that's what's true. Pornographic videos. I just thought all Brazilians had huge butts, and you didn't really look at it and be like, oh, their thighs are smaller than their ass, so it's fake. You were just like, oh, Brazilians' thighs are smaller than their ass.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Now, all the American girls did it, and now like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it. It was always fake.
You got that diaper
Just
booty.
when you have nothing to compare it to, it doesn't really seem as fake. You know
Did you
what I mean?
guys see? You probably didn't see this because, of course, I would get the targeted ad. But girls started putting bras upside down in their pants to cup.
I think I saw that in on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like somebody.
Yeah, they're like
It cups
a
their
5-minute hack, like whatever videos
Yeah.
that come out.
That's scary.
It's not. Doesn't look like it works.
That's weird. I don't think that you should do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking wear face paint, so I'm not ugly, so you should not wear bras on your ass.
equivalent for guys?
If I just fucking walked around with a sock in my pants or some shit.
That would be the equivalent.
Yeah.
I wore gray sweatpants with a gigantic sock, and I took it out.
Yeah.
It's just fucking what
A
it
little
is.
pinky toe.
Yeah.
A little pinky toe.
One day, my wiener didn't work.
Oh my God.
Due to the usage of, I believe, bad
Drugs?
amphetamine drugs, yeah. And I was talking to it and telling it how, like, I know that I said, like, I wish you were a little bigger and maybe lasted longer, but you're fucking awesome, dude. Like, I'll take you back as is. Even worse, I'll take you back. Even if you come in like a half-inch shorter, I'll be happy. Please work again. Please work.
Right now.
I was talking to it. It didn't work that night, but it did work the next morning. I was going to go to the hospital. It was the scariest thing in the world. If you ever end up impotent or impotent for a brief moment, I was blind and impotent. Impotence worse.
And hey, Blue Chew, if you
When
want some more advertisement, this would have been
What's
a good.
Blue Chew?
This would have been a good example.
Right. If I was
right?
blue chewed,
If you were Blue
I
Chew,
wouldn't have been so fucking
What does that mean?
yammed.
It's like it's a chewable.
And they love to, yeah, they
that
do a lot of
gets
ads
you-
on
that gets you
I
podcasts.
thought it was like blue balls, like it was a thing.
No.
I think it is like a kind of put play on that. I don't really know,
I don't know.
but yeah, it's a good dick pill. It's pretty easy. They just like you just look up what's in Viagra and then they put that chemical and other stuff, and they sell it.
Have
Pretty
you heard
easy
of?
shit.
Have you seen Theo Von's advertisements for Blue Chew?
He's so funny though.
He always says, I used to buy the dick pills from the gas station, and they always make my thighs sweat. But Blue Chew, that's the hitter. Right
That's
there.
the hitter right there. Bro, Theo Von is one of the funniest guys on the planet. But yeah, no, I didn't have any Blue Chew, so it just straight up didn't work. I apologize.
I apologize.
Are you hoping that person is listening right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
I could care less. I could care less. It wasn't my fault. Anyways, that was just to tell you that impotency is worse than the blindness, death. I would give all that up. I'd let you cut my hand off.
Yeah.
Easy.
Both hands?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably both. Yeah, like I think like there are situations that like I would be like, nah, I'm not telling you, kill me. So they're like, no, we're just gonna cut your dick off and then send you back to real life. I'll be alright, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'll tell
for
you
sure.
I'll tell you what it is.
They pull out a razor.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
If they seem serious. In The Sopranos, they did to a
Yeah.
Jewish guy. They were going to do with a bolt cutter.
Yeah.
Fucking and then the guy said it. He was going to let them kill him, but not cut his dick off.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
do that. Which I agree. Like, I get it. It's worse to live dickless
We're
than
gonna
to
shoot
die
you. Shoot me.
than shoot me.
Shoot me.
But don't.
We're gonna take
Wouldn't
your
it
dick off.
kill you if you?
Alright,
use
I'll
one
do whatever you
place?
said.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I rewatched Pulp Fiction, that scene when he fucking,
Ooh.
they're raping him and then he
I
gets
couldn't get through
him.
that movie.
I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you can only imagine what Ving Rhames did to that fucking guy before he killed him.
Jesus
He
Christ.
shoots at his dick with the gun.
We're gonna call the boys.
Yeah, and go real medieval on this motherfucker. Bro,
Are we
those
good?
are like the best movie. I rewatched, have you ever seen True Romance?
Yeah.
True Romance is really good. Like, fucking everybody's in that. James Gandolfini, Christopher Walken, fucking Christian Slater. It's like Patricia Arquette and Christian Slater. It's like a love story. They meet, and one's like a 3-day long hooker. It's pretty good. She's like a hooker, but like for 3 days. Like
Okay.
she just got to the city and got picked up by this pimp, and he was like her third client. And but then she loves him, and then he goes to get her stuff from her pimp and kills him and fucking takes coke, and then they're on like the run from the mob for the rest of the movie.
Cool.
So it's pretty cool, and it's written by Quentin Tarantino, directed by somebody else. So bam, skip through to COVID theater, but you can put
That's
that
our
on.
recommendation.
You
for
can
this
put that
week.
on COVID theater. All right. So in my opinion, what do we got? Let's get started here.
Let's start with the obvious. Hold on a second. I don't have the links up. Let's start with the obvious, which is the race.
The presidential race.
The presidential
that wasn't
race.
obvious.
Not the race with me and Maheen in heels because she's scared as shit.
Not
Damn!
Because she's shook
we
like
went the
mud.
whole summer without
Yeah,
doing
well,
that.
when you're shook and you use COVID-12 or whatever number it is to
Oh my
use as an excuse as to
God.
why you can't put heel to floor and make a fucking little bit of racing happen.
Listen, I'm working on my physical health right now.
I need to work on mine. I think I'm skinnier.
Oh, you know what I got Maheen doing?
What?
Well,
So she can't do push-ups. So she can do one push-up.
No, they're tough.
So she's
They are
doing
tough.
wall pushes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so she's...
But wall pushes are only gonna be good if you work your way up to the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You just do
eventually...
wall pushes.
Now
first.
she could go pretty far away from the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah, that's what you gotta do. Keep
Yeah,
backing
she
off
can-
the wall, right?
yeah, yeah.
But then soon you're gonna be using a lot more tricep. Might as well just go back down on the floor so you
Yeah.
get your chest.
So
on.
I didn't know that you're supposed to do this with your push-ups. I've been doing this my entire
You
life.
could do. I mean, you could do. It's easier arms in because you get your triceps and your. Oh, you like it arms
So
out?
hard.
Right? It's not good for your shoulders, though.
No, this is cleaner, but I usually do somewhere in the middle because you do want your chest.
You could do it further
I'm
out.
trying to think.
I just feel like it's all really hard.
Can't see it on camera, but let me see. So yeah, like this is
Yeah.
weird. That's like a tricep.
That's
you're doing
how
you're doing a tricep, but
uncomfortable.
you should be like somewhere in the middle here.
Ugh.
You don't want to be here because that's bad. You don't want to be here.
She's way out.
Because now that's too
She
much.
puts her
Because
elbows
like my
like-
chest is.
I might not even know
You
what
want
I
to be
look
like you want your hands flat, and then wherever your elbows are, that's where they are.
This is comfortable.
This is where you
Yeah,
want to
that's
be.
weird. You're right. That's I see.
But
that.
I'm not gonna do this. Like you don't want to tuck them unless you want to do those. Like
You
that's
can
it.
go- you can go
Yeah,
here.
that's its own
You
exercise.
can go here.
Yeah, that means you're
That
only using
hurts
your
my
tricep.
arm right
Yeah,
now.
You're not even
that's,
doing
I'm not
it.
even doing
that's called your
anything.
tricep.
Really
Yeah.
out of shape.
That's a diamond. Or and same thing with the really flat one where you almost angle your hands out and you're like doing
Have you
like
seen
this.
the video of that black dude on the doing push-up and he's like doing all of this?
In his wrist.
He's like as he's pushing all these different ways.
Oh no!
It's
yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
It looks cool or stupid.
Yeah, it looks dumb as hell.
Oh, okay.
Looks like you're gonna hurt yourself.
All right, so what we got here? Biden is losing Latino support in South Florida, which could sway election. Makes sense. Latinos, along with most other people, don't like senile presidents.
So one thing, the reason why I wanted to pull this up was because Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, that whole camp, they're taking the same exact approach that Hillary Clinton did in her run for presidency, in that let's get this super progressive agenda up, and that's gonna get all the black people, all the Hispanic people on our side, and that's how we're gonna win. I don't even have to run in these other states. I don't even have to go to these other states because this is what's going to get us to win. How are people going to be so stupid to vote for Trump again? And that's why they're going to lose.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Hispanic voters.
I don't think
in
they
Florida.
think it's a little more twisted than that. Then how could they be stupid to vote for Trump? It's more like they just think that they are so stupid that they will just vote Democrat because that's what they think. They think American people are so dumb that they won't even listen to what the fuck anybody's saying.
Just listen.
Sorry. They won't even listen to anything anybody's saying. They're just gonna vote Democrat because we said so. And that's what they
Because
think.
this is our image.
Yeah.
Let's put.
Like not
this
even so
Kamala
far as like they
Harris
can't be
woman
stupid
out.
enough to vote for Trump. They're just thinking like these people are so stupid they will just vote for us because we have Kamala Harris. She's the same color as them. It's identity politics, and nobody. It worked. Obama used it. That motherfucker won, dog. He invented it and didn't use it like the way they're using it. He didn't. He just used it to get the black vote, and then he kind of like campaigned for the white vote. Like it was like a half and half identity politics. Like he's black, so his identity won the black vote, but he campaigned to get the liberal and even moderate.
He campaigned a lot.
He campaigned a lot, and he won by a landslide.
Yeah.
And when Hillary went to do it, she thought that women were just going to vote for her because she's a woman, but she doesn't really act very feminine, and she has people murdered, and it's like sort of kind of known and like not really, and like a lot of women are like, that reminds me of like my aunt that I don't like, not really like the woman that I want going for me, and they thought Kamala would be the same way. She's trying hard, but you know, you can put on all the Tims you want and get them big titties out there all you want. She looked good, but I mean, people are not stupid. She's a police state Democrat. She's not a progressive Democrat. She's not going to help with black people getting shot by the police. Like, she's the fruit, I said it last time, she's the Fruitvale Station lady. She's the prosecutor that they were like, is this for real? And then they made a movie so that the rest of America could be like, is this for real? Michael B. Jordan's in it, my homie, bam.
It's a good movie.
We're a fan of you. The whole show's a fan of you. Big fan of Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
But the movie's good, and she is the prosecutor that let them off. So it's like, it's just, you can't say that word anymore, but it's dumb. It's like dumb how they're trying to win, and I think they spent too much time trying to get rid of Trump and not enough time trying to just win this election.
Yeah.
And I think had they thought it out a little bit more, they maybe would have went another way with it, you know, or found somebody else that could have worked. I don't think they knew Biden was going to go.
I don't
to the
think
loony
anybody
bin.
saw
Yeah,
it.
I don't think anybody saw that, and I think that's a huge part of it because Biden isn't that dumb. We're all forgetting that, like, he was cool Biden with the aviators, and he was a good speaker when he was vice president, and they thought kind of they were going to get that because he can string a couple words and get all blacks and everybody to believe that he's going to help them out, whether he is or he isn't.
5 years
Do you
ago?
remember 5 years ago he was good.
He was good at it. Now he can't do it.
the second Democratic debate? He did good. He did a good job.
This year?
This year.
Yeah, because
the second time.
when he was in the room by
First
himself,
time
right?
around, he was shit.
Yeah, they put him in the room by himself because that's why. Because he was like with people in front of him and with the fucking questions getting fired off. I don't think he can handle it. I mean, nobody can handle it. Like the cocaine addicted president that we have now. Like that guy is a genius at it. Like he's so fucking good at it. He's listening questions ahead. He's got answers for you before you even. And Biden maybe 5 years ago had a chance. Now he doesn't even have a chance. And he's not even going to be able to get his point across, and it's not just because he's senile, it's also because he doesn't have one. Because his point is whoever is in his ear's point, really. Like that's why I thought the AOC video was so revealing, kind of. Like, and I can't be mad at her, because she is for real. You know how we talk about, like, some politicians are fake, some politicians are for real. AOC is like a Biden. She's for real. But she's not the smartest, or like, I don't want to say smartest, but she's not the most strategic politician in the world. So she just did an interview, if nobody saw it, where she straight up said, like, don't worry, progressive, like, Democrats, we can push Biden our way. We can put, so even if he's telling you, oh, I'm not really that progressive, I want to be more moderate, I'm telling you right now, motherfuckers, we'll get him there.
And I think that was just strategic marketing, because I got
for
that video.
For her, I think, but not for a W.
I saw
that ain't gonna get you a W.
Like through Instagram, and I think it was just targeted towards people that they think might be on the fence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that the hope was not everyone will see this.
Yeah. I don't think it was supposed to be that blatant, though. It was like way too blatant. Just like the Harris Biden, when she said Harris Biden, and that wasn't supposed to be like that either. They it's fucking obvious. I think you just have to rewatch. I probably saw it off of a conservative. This is why the world is so fucked. I follow both. So I probably saw it on my, like, Millennial Republicans account, where they'll cut the clip and they'll get you the goods. Whereas CNN or whatever you guys are following is going to avoid that like the plague. Like, that never happened, you know. And then it's the same on the other end too. So that's why I like to follow both, because at least I can find out quickly what's happening. Because, like, if you're conservative and a black guy gets shot by the cops, it's going to take you like extra 3 days to find out about it. But if you follow a lot of liberal people, you'll find out in 10 minutes. And then vice versa, depending on. Cop gets shot, you probably won't ever find out if you follow liberal media. If you follow conservative media, you'll find out in 5 seconds. Right. It's like first thing they want to tell you. Cop got shot at a riot. Did you find out? Right. And then you look on CNN or whatever, and you're like, wait, that didn't happen at all, because they're not even talking about it. It's like, I think is like the two-party system in this country has just become ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. And now, and it's funny because elders in my life telling me the same thing that their elders told them. Make sure you get out to those booths and you click down the row, Republican, we need to win this, we need to win this. And I said to someone the other day, I'm like, that's the thinking that got us here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're too busy to make up our own minds, so make sure you just pick a side, pick the president you like, and then hit that color down the line. Like, no, how about you, if you want to vote intelligently, you fucking read about each person and you pay attention, and you, oh, that's too hard to do. Yeah, but if you continue to tell everyone not to do it, no one's even going to try. You know, if we had more people, like if the advice was always like, hey, I would check out every candidate, and then the kid was just like, I'm just going to go Republican. Well, it's not the smartest way to do it, but I get what you're saying. That advice is going to go a lot further in removing this disgusting two-party system we live in than just being like, make sure you... And the Democrats, I'm not trying to rip on Republicans, they're just as guilty. They tell them, make sure you get to them votes. Yeah, especially in New York, I was just talking to them about if the city slickers don't make their way back here or somehow get their vote in, I mean, the fucking guy could win New York, which would be, like, I think the first time in hundreds of years, right? Like, this is a blue state, and it's because there's 8 million people live in the city?
12.
Yeah, 8 or 12, somewhere around 10 million people live in the city.
Yeah.
And then I think there's only 8 or 10 million that live elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So that
Long
percent.
Island's 7.7 million.
Yeah, and Long Island's pretty big, and so if Long Island goes all Republican and upstate goes all Republican, and these people don't come back and vote, Trump's gonna win New York, and then it's gonna be a fucking problem. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna
but that's the advice you would get if you're a city slicking Democrat. Like, make sure you hit them fucking buttons down the line. We need the Senate, we need the House, we gotta win as much as we can.
But Biden is not only losing the Hispanic vote, he has like half the amount that Hillary had back in 2016.
Of the black vote?
Of the black vote, the Hispanic vote, the minority vote in general. Half.
That mine, he said to Charlemagne just kind of screwed him, like anyone, and now that he just, that's the concept.
If you don't vote for me,
you
ain't black.
Such a great example of the concept that the Democrats have been running with for years. You are so stupid. Don't think black and Spanish people will take care of it. Yeah. And they've been listening to that rhetoric for 30 years. Biden's senile and accidentally said it out loud. Like, that's what happened. But they've been running on that for a year. Like, you think it wasn't in Hillary's head? She's just a good politician. She's a much better politician. Everything she does is strategic. She wouldn't come out and say, we can push Biden into it. She would say it subliminally, so only the people that want to hear it. You know, like, she was that lady. She knew how to do that stuff. But Biden, he doesn't know how to do it. And so he just straight up says, if you don't know if you're voting for Biden or Trump, you ain't black. Like, what kind of dumbass black person are you if you don't know you should be voting Democrat? Haven't we told you what you're supposed to do for years? You're not allowed to think, you dumb black person. That's what he's saying. You don't think, motherfucker.
He shot?
I think he doesn't deserve a shot.
You'll pray for him?
I'm praying for him.
System overload?
No.
Oh, what is this?
Go back.
Somebody come get her.
She's tense.
You might be YouTube only. Where did it stop?
Gosh, where did this stop?
Go back and click play. Just go back like a couple inches. Just no, you don't have to go back to the beginning. Oh my goodness. Technical difficulties, people on the YouTube.
On the YouTube. Okay, that looks good. Promising.
Does look promising.
Alright, and then when you get to the end, I think 180 or something. And then go back a little bit. Before the words end, please, Alexia. What are you having trouble with, bud? We just have to hear what the last thing we said is. Hit play. Hit the space bar. You gotta go back further. You gotta give me something to fucking get on.
No. Stop! These thick ass fingers are not moving that mouse the right way.
Oh my god. Alright, no audio this week.
Why?
Let's start with the obvious, which is the race.
Oh.
So we just lost the whole, in my opinion, topic. You can hit play from the end though, and I'll just preface it.
Should I just leave this up? Because what if that
let's add to it. Can we?
So yeah, of course.
You know what? I looked up at the screen because something.
Yeah, leave it up and then pull the internet over it, I guess. Alright, so if you're on the audio, we just said, okay, let's talk about the race, and then you heard me say, okay, if you're on the audio. So that's what you just heard. YouTube has the whole clip about the presidential race. We don't write anything down here. There's no way for us to do it again. So it's impossible. So now, and I think the volume is fucked now.
Yeah, it looks so loud.
Yeah, it looks really loud now. Alright. So, anyways, that's what happened. I don't care. We're just gonna let it run. It should be fine. So we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is, of course, I don't know.
RBG.
RBG. Okay, so Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies at 975 years old. It's very upsetting. He was
97.
crying. Oh, I read a hell of a post, and she was 97.
Yeah.
Great woman though. Big proponent in women's rights, right? Suffrage and civil rights, and was the first female Supreme Court justice. Second. So who gives a fuck?
Second.
I don't know.
If
But
she
also
was second,
suffrage
then
happened in the 1920s.
if she was second, then who cares is what I have to say.
Oh my God.
Who cares? No, I'm just kidding. Rest in peace, but it's not the major news.
It's not.
The major news is the fact that if you're Republican, it's legal and obliged to vote in a new Supreme Court justice. Not only is it obliged, you have to. If you're a Democrat, it's the most illegal thing in the world. So that's the current debate.
I forgot to add the timeline on there. When are they supposed to do it by?
By election. If they do it by election, then they're felons. If they do it after the election, then they're not. That's what the Democrats say. And then the Republicans say the opposite of that.
Yeah. So I guess
Republicans say it has to be done by election.
the last time this happened was also an election year, and they waited 200 days.
It was
until
Obama, and he listened a little bit longer, but I think he did the same thing anyways. I think it was before they even swore him in. The next time he already voted to do it. So that's why they were like, oh, they're fucking hypocrites because they bitched at us. Yeah.
There was a lot of Republican power in
pushing against it. Yeah.
Pushing against it. Yeah.
And then eventually they did push it through, and that's why now they're saying, well, eventually it did go through, so we should be able to do it too.
Right.
And it's like, you know, Mitch McConnell freaking contradicted himself. I can't even fucking believe that. I mean, when somebody told me that, my mind was just blown. Like, politicians contradicting themselves? Come on, what are you going to tell me next? The media lying to people? Like, come on, dude. Like, fucking...
That would never happen.
Give me a fucking break already, dude. This is America. Politicians don't contradict themselves and the media doesn't lie.
Isn't
Everybody
it
knows
just
that.
too... Isn't it not enough time to swear somebody in, to vote somebody in?
Who the fuck knows? There was enough
There
time
was
to
enough
impeach him.
There's enough time to swear them in.
A month?
Takes 10 minutes.
Somebody?
Yeah. to get them voted in and everything, if you have the support.
It's
if
just
you
the
have
president
votes.
and the Senate. I
There's
think
no
they just have to they can veto it, but I think the president just chooses one.
Oh.
That's why it's such a big deal. If they wait till after election, Biden wins, then all of a sudden the thing flips the other way.
Got it.
The only other
So
way
them bitching, the Democrats bitching is on the strong hope that they win the election also. Like, they have to win the election for them bitching. Otherwise, he's just going to get voted in and then pick the same person anyway.
Yeah.
So it really only matters. So if you are a sane-minded Democrat, you better hit the polls, but you can assume that it's not as big of a deal as they're making it out to be. Because honestly, what I see, going back to the race, I don't think there's a chance they can win. I don't think that Biden can win this election.
I don't think so either.
I don't think there's a chance.
I think after this debate that's coming up, I think
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
29th.
and they didn't even debate yet. I mean, come on.
29th, I think.
Come on.
Right?
Next week.
Yeah, and people aren't going for this stuff. That people are getting, like, kind of sick of it. Like, you know, a lot of the hardcore Trumpers, you know, Boomer will tell you that, first off, this ain't going on in Trump's country. Because, like, people can't go for that. Like, okay, when it first happened, everybody was saying, like, Trump just wants to kill the looters and kill the riot. He wants to send the National Guard in. Like, that is what he wanted. But in democratic America, they allowed the cities to be burned. You can't just turn around and think you're going to win votes by showing pictures of riots and saying, look what happens in Trump's America. No normal, sane human being who watches any kind of political media is going to think that.
But the sane Democrat is going to think about why the rioting is happening.
Right. And
that's Trump's America.
And yeah, I guess. I mean, even though the killings that were going on during Obama's America, so I don't know how that's Trump's America. I think that's just America, and that's why it's not
you have
working.
to take accountability for it. I mean,
He could have fixed it. Yeah, he could have fixed it.
Could have fixed what? I mean, I think that
No, like, coming out of Obama's presidency, he could have done a better job at reforming police before it got this bad. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, so maybe it is Trump's America. But to say that police shootings started in Trump America, that's just a blatant lie. And if you're going to run on that, normal, sane people, even moderate Democrats, are jumping ship. Because they're just like, that's not true. That's not what's happening. Like, the guy is bad, but just tell us the truth. Like, stop lying about things. Biden's not saying anything other than Trump is ruining America. Rather than saying, this is how I'm going to fix it. From what I see, unless you guys saw a different interview.
I mean,
I honestly haven't listened to him.
He doesn't talk much, and a lot of it,
Yeah.
they just write up rhetoric to bash Trump, and then Harris will come on,
I see.
and she'll give the policy.
Did you guys see Joe Biden? He got lost in the.
No.
He got lost during an interview, And it was just like, it's you have to do.
Oh,
And then he goes like
Trump
slowly.
does that shit too, fuck it.
No, he does do that, yeah. But he'll just make something up, and he won't get stuck.
Yeah.
Joe Biden went like, so you have to do the, and he does this exactly.
No.
Yeah. And we just have to win. You have to, be reasonable.
It's so funny. And then he
fits
likes to use,
that,
he uses all the big words. So he loves rhetoric. He loves abolish. He loves tyranny.
Love that shit,
He
though.
loves
and that's his
controlling.
main voting.
And so what he'll say is,
old white Democrats.
he'll be like, this controlling rhetoric from the right. We need to abolish, this uber capitalistic, president. The president's bad, and his rhetoric is bad, and uber capitalism just coming from the White House.
Yeah.
That's what it says. And it sounds like, okay, those were a bunch of big words, kind of like, to the average person, maybe they're like, that sounds normal.
There's no policy.
But if you really listen to it, he's like, he has a hard time getting to a point. Like, he doesn't say anything.
And Trump does the same thing. Honestly, he doesn't really say anything. He'll ask him a straight up question, and he'll beat around the bush with a bunch of not big words, but
yeah, but Trump has always been
he'll use the
known
words
for
bigly, and huge, and
huge.
we're great, and we're doing amazing, and
Right.
What happens here, fuck what happened there.
But in his defense, he does always talk American business. I mean, he has the same talking points he's been talking about for 4 years. Yeah,
repeats his point
right,
5 times.
but it doesn't mean he's not giving one. So to say, oh, he's just like Biden, not giving any points is a lie. Honestly,
No,
Biden doesn't give any points at all, and Harris does kind of when she gets up there. And then Trump just is on the same talking points.
No, they're the same
military
exact
strength,
person,
military strength, infrastructure in
They're the same
America.
exact person.
Did you guys see the Biden commercial that it was like Trump supporters saying, well, Biden does this, can't complete a sentence, and it's just videos of Trump not being able to complete sentences.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's a good commercial.
It's a good one.
You could do that with anybody.
Yeah,
I'd say,
exactly, because
anybody, yeah.
they're very
Exactly.
similar in that sense.
Well, I mean, you could
It's
do it
the
with
same
Pelosi.
exact
Yeah,
person,
you
bro.
could do it with everything.
But those two are not very different.
Yeah, but they're not. And the reason why they're not is because one spent their life in politics, one spent their life in real estate. I prefer real estate.
They're both the same person, and when people are trying to find something that's different,
And one's funny and the other one's not.
one is funny.
funny.
That's it. One is funny looking, and one is funny.
Jeez.
Yeah.
They're both funny looking.
Yeah, they're honestly both funny.
Yeah.
I can just imagine all the dead skin on both
Oh
of their
my
faces,
God. The
flaking
amount of
from their
makeup
heads.
that they put on. It's
But
ridiculous.
yeah, I don't know why you put in a former vice president either. That's another dumb thing. Like, so that's like having you're debating your baseball team is like, no, don't get Mike Smith, get Joe Smith. And you're like, no, Joe Smith's better. But you're like, wait, but Joe Smith played on our team 3 years ago and struck out every time he got up. How are you going to convince us he's better? Get Mike Smith. Like, you got to get somebody who nobody's seen
Follow
before.
that.
I did.
It's like if you fired somebody from your office and then you're thinking about hiring a new manager
But the thing
for your
is,
business.
the thing
You
is-
don't hire you're never going to go with the manager that you fired 3 months ago. Just go with a new guy. Even if he does suck, at least it's new, like everybody you can't assume somebody who's new sucks. Whereas like people who maybe took a shot at the Obama administration, didn't go their way, they're never going to go Biden. I would have put a new, fresh face up there, if I was a Democrat. You would have done the same, right?
I mean, there was 17 fucking people that were up for
Yeah,
up for
but they
grabs.
weren't going to give the money back to the people that want it. You got to play the game
Yeah.
in Democratic politics.
Yeah.
And you used to have to play it in Republican politics, and you do still, but
You
they
still
got
do.
Crazy Man for a couple years who has his own agenda, but it'll go right back to it anyways. It'll go right back to the president
Yeah,
just
but to say
milking.
that Trump hasn't given the money to the right people.
Oh, I'm
he's done
taking
the
money
same
from
exact thing.
lobbyists
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah, of course he does.
For sure.
But it's not his main source of income. Like these people have been doing this for years. Like
Yeah.
politics has become a multi-million-dollar industry. That's how
Which is
Pelosi is worth so
insane.
much money. Like Nancy Pelosi has never been out of politics, so it's strange that she's worth $150 million.
I think those people should have term limits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
congressmen,
you know what they
senators,
think?
term
They
limits,
think they
no more
shouldn't.
than a
Like,
certain
why are
amount.
you getting in their
Yeah.
way of their money? Like, so
Right.
shut up. What, you want us to care about you as an American? No, that's
They
not how it
should
works.
do other things.
The government is for us
What?
to profit.
What could they possibly? They're like, what? Do you want me to be a security guard
Get a
after
fucking
this?
job.
Yeah.
They're not gonna.
Get a
They're
fucking
just not gonna.
Yeah, I think that like if I were
I
to
think
say
that's
how
the
it would be
best
better,
interest
I
of
would
people.
raise salaries
For sure.
because it is a little strange sometimes when the salary is like 120 grand and then somebody who's
And
like
they also vote on
who's
it
like a
themselves.
manager of like 4 subways makes that, you know, like he's the highest manager in
Yeah.
Staples. He makes the same thing as the house secretary.
Right.
Kind of strange. So I would raise salaries ridiculous, like $600,000 a year salaries, $500,000. So you are wealthy, but if you take any fucking money, you get crucified, like burned at a cross. No, I'm just kidding. Put in jail. You get put in jail. Like you're a citizen, like everybody else.
Yeah.
The fuck does this look like? When's the last time a politician's been to jail in America? And look at all the cases. They think Trump talks to Russia. We know Hillary talks to Russia. We know that she had people, she lied about something that caused people to die. So we know that everything. We know fucking Biden is on the thing about the corruption that they tried to impeach Trump over, even though he actually did do it, and now they're going to try and vote him into presidency, which makes no sense to me at all either, but whatever. We know that happened. No one's in jail.
Right.
No one's not even in jail. They're not even removed from their seat.
Right.
Yeah, there's not even an investigation.
No, Pelosi's worth $150 million. No one cares.
Disgusting.
And then she complains how the president is just here to take money. Like, no one can believe any of you. I can't believe you. Unfortunately, I can't
Right.
believe you. What I can believe is The Apprentice. I watched that shit. It was funny back then. So
You were like 10.
I'll take 4 more years. Yeah, I've seen like the clips and shit. That's like the only thing I know about either of these people. Otherwise, I can't believe anything any of them said. I'll believe what Trump said before he wanted to be president. That's where it ends.
What do you guys think about this Amy Coney Barrett?
I don't know.
She's the top runner-up for RBG's replacement.
Oh yeah, and we talked about that. I mean, they gotta go woman, or else they're gonna do the Kavanaugh thing.
But I hate that it keeps coming down to like, oh, it's gonna be a woman. That's it. Like Biden's fucking vice president. Oh, it's gonna be a woman.
Yeah, it's identity politics. You don't like it?
You know
What happened? You don't like it? I love it.
I don't know how they can't just, someone could just tell them, like, listen, don't say I'm gonna pick a woman. Just say I'm gonna pick the best person for the job, and then just pick a woman.
Yeah.
Play the game.
then-
Do it everywhere else.
But
Yeah,
they're
'cause
not.
then
They're
how-
boomers, dude. They don't know how to swing.
I
They don't know how to pretend to be
woke.
woke. They just.
Something-year-olds.
They have to come. They just have to
Is she
come
a-
out with their
she's
How old
woke.
is your pops?
My father is 62 years old.
So 2 people that are older than your pops.
My father,
Are gonna
and
be
he's in no
president.
condition to make any
God
decisions.
damn. Are you gonna let your pops make
Absolutely
decisions?
not.
Bro, the cocaine. I'm voting for humor, and I'm voting for cocaine
Oh, shit.
and racism, because that's what all my liberal friends say.
Yeah.
If you vote for Trump, you're a racist.
Yeah.
So I'm voting for racism, but I'm mostly voting for
Very
amphetamines,
disappointed.
and I'm voting for because I believe that a 70-year-old on amphetamines without a senile condition is a little, slightly, I'm not saying a lot, but a little better option than a senile non-cocaine 70-year-old.
I'm just gonna keep pretending to throw up on the show until the election happens.
And then hopefully it goes your way, or else you got
It ain't going your
I'm
way,
still
dude.
gonna have
It
to
ain't
pretend
going
to
your
throw
way.
up.
Trumpito for the
The
win.
biggest
baby.
issue for this lady is that she's very religious. So even though she says
She
that,
looks like it.
even though she says that none of her personal ideologies are going to be, used in her decision making in Supreme Court, they're very worried about Roe v. Wade.
What?
and-
Dude, I was trying to explain to my my dad the other day why Ben Shapiro and I believe Steven Crowder as well are cucks, and
Yeah.
he could not
What does that
understand.
A cuck?
What does that word mean?
A cuck means that you would let somebody bang your wife because you're really not that good at doing a sufficient job. Yeah.
Oh.
Mostly white people are cucks. No,
Okay.
black people are cucks. They
Interesting.
don't do that. So
I'm sure they exist.
they probably exist, but it's not a known thing. It's more known for white cucks. And Ben Shapiro is clearly a cuck. Like, just the way that he talks about sex and how he,
And whack.
what he knows
Remember
about
that?
it. Yeah, no, all that stuff. That's what led to, like, the running joke that Ben Shapiro's a cuck. And I think Steven Crowder's a cuck, too, because I don't like that. I hate that kind of Republican. That's why I kind of like, like I was in Charlie Kirk or like Candace Owens.
Yeah.
I can get more behind the younger ones because they're not preaching, like, nuclear family, I'm married. If you're not married, you're a loser. If you don't get married
I like
before
the
you're...
newer age
Yeah,
Republicans.
they, like, be a little bit, if you're going to be conservative. Otherwise, you're a fucking cuck, unless you're Tuck, because you can't cuck the Tuck. Tucker ain't a cuck. You can tell Tucker is a cuck. He's more of a frat boy conservative. Tucker can fuck. Sean Hannity can probably
I'm
fuck, too.
super impressed with your ability to do that.
What?
To keep
Almost
going with
rapping.
this, like, you're really almost like...
Tuck,
It's
fuck,
like a poetry.
No, I'd go through all the conservatives. Hannity's not a cuck.
Okay.
Hannity's definitely not a cuck. He has no college education, I found out about. So he's just a badass who's
Yeah.
been running his fucking mouth conservative wise for years and built up what he built up. So Tucker's not a cuck, but like Steven Crowder is a cuck. definitely. Because I can just tell like how he's so pretentious with his views, you know, like just such
Ben Shapiro too, huh?
Ben Shapiro's a cock and a half. I like Ben, but he's a fucking cock, dude.
Well, now that I know what the definition is, I agree.
Yeah. So like a shitty pussy liberal is like a snowflake, and like a shitty annoying conservative speaker is like a cock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can't cuck Candace Owens, obviously, so she gets away. Like that's why she's like hard to make fun of because she's black, conservative, and a woman. So.
Black conservative woman, yeah.
Charlie Kirk, and he never talks about religion or the nuclear family. He's not like a whole like I hate, and I'm not against the nuclear family. I'm not like a BLM Marxist over here that like fucking you're gonna die. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it's not the most important thing in the world. I hate how like Ben Shapiro just basically lays on the fact that like if you're not married with a family, what are you doing with your life? Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
That thought process just turns me off.
The fabric of society is going to be
built on marriage,
Nick is not going to get married and have kids.
Yeah, that, like, fuck you. You're a fag.
But you will if you want to.
If I want to, but if I don't, then I don't. It doesn't make me, like, any less conservative or any less a good American or whatever the fuck they're trying to say. Yeah, it's that cock shit stupid. And that's not to say that I like anybody like Don Lemon or anything. Don Lemon's just a fucking pussy. And I'm not talking about a pussy because he likes guys. Like, that's fine. He's a pussy, meaning, like, you could beat him up because he's a pussy.
For sure.
That kind of pussy.
Yeah.
The bad kind. Yeah. Not like the good kind.
What do you think will probably be easier to beat up, Don Lemon or his husband?
Probably Don Lemon. His husband is like a big redheaded white guy.
Yeah.
They're all married to white guys. Did you know that?
Like,
I think Ilhan Omar, AOC, Don Lemon, and Rachel Maddow all have white partners. They probably go home to, and they're probably like, I'm so sorry, Don, for all my whiteness and for what I have done to you. And they probably have to say like prayers on their knees before Don Lemon like allows them to eat. Okay, you may eat, white slave.
Oh my fuck.
No, but it's just really funny because they all are just fucking white privilege, fucking you know, every day, and then they go home and stick a dick in some big redhead.
I have a white partner.
What?
You have a white partner too? Yeah.
Chris probably goes home and he's like, I'm so sorry, I repent for all my whiteness.
Around me and she goes, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for being
sorry.
I'm sorry, but I've seen him get away with a lot more than any minority friends of mine.
Chris is funny.
Chris, it's ridiculous. Yeah. If only I could tell something.
Dude, he trolls heavy, dude. Sometimes he posts shit, I'm like, how the fuck does he even
Let's move on to Breonna Taylor because we've been going on this for a while.
Breonna Taylor.
So I like this article because it focuses on specific claims that people made.
Yeah.
Now
we're gonna have on some special guests next week, and one of them is my good friend the Woke God, and so he contacted me about Breonna Taylor, and he just wanted me. And so this is not me. I just am gonna reiterate the Woke God, and he'll be here next week. So if you enjoy his points and you think he's got something, he just wanted me to tell everybody this before we get into this fucking fascist nonsense where they're just trying to distort the truth of what actually happened, because what actually happened is a beautiful angel. And I heard she was sleeping like this. This is what the Woke God told me. I mean, I don't know. He says that she sleeps like this. So much of an angel that she actually was sleeping like this. The police broke into the home unannounced and went up to her bed. She was laying in her bed. Gun to the top of the forehead, just like executioner style, blew a hole right through the back. So before you fucking fascist racists get into your nonsense trying to disprove the death of a beautiful, beautiful soul, and again, this is the Woke God speaking, this is not me. The Woke God wanted me to let everybody know the truth and what happened, and that's that fucking fascist pigs broke in and killed the sleeping angel.
Okay, so now let's go through some facts.
Okay. Just the Woke God wanted to hit you with that because he knew that you were going to do this nonsense with your fact-checking. You're fact-checking murderers is what you're doing. That's what the Woke God wanted me to tell you.
Oh.
The Woke God's going to be a hit. He seems too woke for even me.
Yeah.
She seems even scared of his wokeness.
I'm nervous about what's going to come out.
Wait till he's here in person. I mean, this is just what I can remember. This is what I can remember. I mean, he texted me in all capital letters. She was fucking sleeping in her bed. Are you kidding me?
Praying at the same time.
Yeah, well, that wasn't part of the text. The original text, he was so upset.
Yeah.
All caps.
Yeah.
She was fucking sleeping in her bed. Are you fucking kidding me?
What was she dreaming of?
He didn't add that into it either. He just was so up in arms that he wanted to make sure that I knew and took it to the show.
I love when people say up in arms.
That how? Yeah, I mean, he's just so distraught. So distraught. And the Woke God did want to let everybody know that he would have traveled and marched with everybody if it wasn't for his Epstein Barr that he deals with.
Glasses. I think
Epstein Barr, he's on full disability because of his Epstein Barr. He also has like a slight ADD issue, so it's tough for him to deal in public. So the Woke God technically doesn't work or leave his house.
Makes
He
sense.
needs like those.
But he will come and correspond on
try
our
to
show.
find those glasses that are like square, like thick ones. You know,
I have those.
they're real people.
You're not like on the show.
Alright.
They can't. If
So
you want
the
to tell me
first-
how to design them, it's off of the show.
Okay, okay.
The woke guy doesn't try at anything. He
Ignore
is woke.
everything you heard for the last
Is real.
4 seconds.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
woke guy is a real human being and will be here next week and does not have a first or last name, nor a job, nor anything to
it's
do.
woke.
Yeah,
It's just a woke god.
He makes
That's
money
it.
off Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first claim on the Breonna Taylor case is that the police were at the wrong apartment. Apparently, they had 3 warrants.
Oh,
for three.
one more bit of news. I told them already, but just
Real
so no
news?
one's confused. Yeah, real news.
Okay.
The charge that the officer was actually charged with was nothing to do with
Oh,
killing
God.
Breonna Taylor. It's called wanton engagement, and what that means is that they shot at the neighbors who happened to be Chinese next door. Had they been Latino, it would be called something like the churro engagement, or maybe the taco engagement. But this is the wanton engagement. Is the word? What's the word?
That's not engagement.
Endangerment.
Endangerment, wonton endangerment, right? So it would be like burrito endangerment if it was a Spanish person. If it was Maheen's kind of people, it might be like something like curry
Kebab.
endangerment, kebab endangerment, right? So this is wonton endangerment,
either.
and that is
I'll eat both.
putting in danger people who make wontons. That's how it directly translates. Just in case anyone was confused, because I was too.
And that was the real news.
Proceed.
That was the real news.
Yeah, proceed.
That's absolutely true.
Proceed. He's
Um,
gonna read it right now.
okay, so the first claim in the Breonna Taylor case is that the police were at the wrong apartment. Apparently, they had 3 warrants for 3 different apartments in the same
Nice area they're in, huh?
the same area that they're in. Yeah, in the same nice area.
Because I have another friend, his name is Boomer Smith, and he's from down about West Virginia. And he said that. He texted me immediately. It was like, nice fucking area this woman lives in, huh? She must be a real live angel. So
it was
he's
for
on the other
her
end. of this.
ex-boyfriend and for his accomplices, or what they thought were his accomplices.
Now, I did hear that they thought she was his accomplice.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
okay,
she
so
was
yeah.
on the warrant as well.
That's a big
and it
piece
was
of that.
and it was definitely no knock warrant.
This is,
so.
this is
They-
Nick speaking. That's a
Them
big part of
going to the
information.
house was them going to the wrong house is false.
Okay. And the fact that she wasn't on the warrant must be false then.
She was definitely on the warrant.
And
So
then was she sleeping?
she was awake, but that's like a fact that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
was
because she
in
probably
bed.
was in bed and then
Yeah,
got up.
she was in bed. They
But
were
was she
awake.
standing when she was shot?
Who cares? She should
Doesn't
have
matter.
been shot.
Well, it does because that means that they went into the room and like shot her.
No, they shot from outside.
Right.
But
So
here,
she was up and standing in the main room.
let's go through the claims. Second claim: police located
Definitely.
their main suspect before going to Taylor's home. This one's a little unclear, but it also doesn't matter because they had the warrant for that apartment anyway. So there was a claim saying that they showed up to her apartment looking for this guy, but he was already in jail, and so why did they knock down her door?
Yeah.
But
But the warrant wasn't for him; it was for the apartment.
the warrant
There's a search
for-
warrant and
they
an
were
arrest
looking
warrant are
for
different.
him and his accomplices and evidence. So
In that
they
apartment,
were
right?
gonna
So it was
go-
a search
They
warrant.
were going to go to all 3 houses.
No, but
anyway.
what I'm saying is like, were they going to the houses with a search warrant, or are they going with all of them with an arrest warrant? Because those are different. Like if they came to
I
this
know what
building
you
with
mean.
an arrest warrant for Nick Pierre, you could say no, he's not here, and that's that. Like they don't have a search warrant for your office; they have an arrest warrant for me. So if I'm in here, they can come in here and get me. If I'm not, then they have no business being there. So that's
mean,
where I
this
think
article-
if
this
it's an
article
arrest
says-
warrant, why are they shooting at the door? Now, if it's a search warrant, now it makes sense why they breached entry.
This
They're gonna
article
search
says that it was a no-knock warrant.
no, not
That's
search
the-
warrant. Right?
Yeah.
They're going in the home to search it for something. They're looking for something.
It
Not
also
someone.
says that it's unlikely that person was already jailed.
jail?
It's not
Oh, that's
really
not even
sure.
true? Damn,
It's
that
not.
was a
They're
big
not
one.
too sure, but either way, they still had the right to go in because they had a warrant.
Yeah,
for
but
it
that still
anyway.
matters to me. Doesn't that matter to you?
I mean,
Like
yeah,
if the
but
guy
I
was
think
in
that
jail, that matters
Yeah,
to me.
100%. I thought that the claim, whatever the claim said, was that the person
There's
was already
wonton
in
it right
jail
there. So
and
everybody
then
who
it's
wanted
likely
to doubt me, can you
Likely,
show 'em?
likely
Can you just
true.
show 'em?
Yeah, that's what
Already in
that's
jail.
what I meant. It's likely true,
Okay.
but it is but it still
Doesn't matter. I get what you're saying. It's not super important because they were still supposed to be there.
The third claim was Taylor was shot while she
So-
was asleep in bed.
Wonton endangerment, just for anybody who doubted.
Wanton endangerment.
WANTON. I don't know if you've ever been to a Chinese restaurant, but that's how you spell wonton.
So, I think again, I don't think this really matters you know, for the efficacies of this, trial and everything that's going on.
It's tough because the woke god, you know what he's saying, and Boomer's calling me, telling me this is a fucking criminal who was shot by police. What else is gonna happen? That's what Boomer said.
Yeah, exactly.
Boomer's like, dude, it's a fucking criminal who dates criminals, who lives in an area full of criminals.
Funny how
what do you think's gonna happen?
You get people,
and I'm like, Boomer, the woke god just fucking sent me all caps, brother. I don't know where you even come up with
how
this.
people don't really see their own prejudices.
Yeah.
Where they said nothing about the Breonna Taylor thing the whole time. But as soon as these facts came out, they were the first one to say, you see, she's a criminal, she's this, she's that, she's a monster, she should have been shot, you know, the cops were in their right to shoot.
Of course.
And
that's
it's
what
just
they're
like,
looking
bro,
for.
like, why, if you're saying that it doesn't matter, or like you don't care to begin with.
Right, why do you care?
Why do you care?
Well, the hypocrisy is unreal. Usually most of my hypocrisies, they come from both sides, but this week I've got the big ones coming from the right. So, has anybody seen Colby Covington?
No.
Well, you've all heard shut up and dribble, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every conservative speaker in the universe says shut up and dribble. You're an athlete, your job is not to talk politics. Colby Covington, who granted, he is it's his character. He had a revive in his career by just being a pro-Trumper, but like over the top, and people write all of his shit for him. But it's almost like art has imitated life now, and he is just living in that. He's almost like Andrew Dice Clayed it. He is that now. Yeah. So he gets over his monstrous win over Tyron Woodley. Did you see that? Yeah. He fucking killed Tyron Woodley, who was like a beast of a man. I don't even know how that happened, but Tyron just said he was like out of it. I don't know. It didn't look like Tyron, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about.
Trump called him in the
Trump called him in the press conference, and he's going off these Marxist liberal athletes, snowflake, blah 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 blah. Not one of my things that I follow for conservative media put him up and said, "Yo, athletes should just shut the fuck up and stick to sports." It's like the hypocrisy is insane. It's just insane from both sides. But it's like this week the conservatives were the winners, the big winners. We took home the cheese.
So Taylor and her boyfriend were in the bed when they heard banging on the door at 2:40 a.m. according to the statements. Walker
12:40.
12:40. Yeah, she was in bed awake. But why does that matter?
Right. I think it matters for my social analysis of it, because what I believe is that you know how I like to look at these things, were the cops in the wrong? Yes, but if I were the brother of Breonna Taylor, what would I be thinking? That is the boyfriend's fault. If my sisters or someone is in the house with me and I am into some dirt, which clearly the kid is, I mean, you just ripped the pistol out 10 seconds. It wasn't long for, if somebody started breaking into your door, how quickly would you be able to grab a handgun and start shooting?
Pretty quick.
You'd have one ready? You have a handgun ready in your home?
No, like if I had a handgun.
No, I'm saying why would you have one though?
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's what I mean. So this kid is into some dirt. I mean, if you want to argue,
it's Georgia though.
Is Georgia is illegal gun?
No, it's not Georgia. What?
It was like Maryland.
Whatever. It's.
Find out where it is. The gun was. You can't have a handgun. There's no concealed carry license in Maryland. I don't think.
It's in their house.
Washington D.C.
Anyone can have a handgun in their home.
Not in New York.
Permit.
Yeah, you can't get a handgun permit in New York.
Oh, in New York? No, yes you can.
You can't.
Yes you can.
If you carry tons and tons of cash, but you have to have the cash on
Kentucky.
you. Oh, so they could have it. All right, so he had one. So he just had his gun ready to go. So all right, so what I was gonna say though, if this kid's doing dirt and he thinks somebody's breaking into his home to rob him, he shouldn't have. He should have got his girlfriend out of the way. That's my point. Before he starts shooting the gun
get the fuck down.
Yeah, like get down. What it sounds like to me, what I was saying to Alexio, is that he started shooting at his door and got himself out of Dodge. He didn't get hit once, right?
No, once, yeah.
And then they came in. So it's almost like this. Maheen just comes out of her bed, wiping her eyes, and she's like, "What's going on?" And he goes, "Bam, bam, bam," runs away, and then there she is, like half asleep. And the cops come in thinking they're shooting at the guy who's shooting at them, and really they just kill an innocent girl.
Well, here's the thing.
So I think he has a lot of blame in it too. If I was her brother, I'd be like, "What kind of dumb motherfucker are you shooting your fucking gun off at the front door when my fucking sister's in there? You fucking put your hands up. You say, what is it? If you're getting robbed, you give them what you have. You don't fucking shoot, you dumb asshole. Because look what happened. Yeah. Like everybody knows. Even if he was, let's say he was getting robbed. That's what he thought, right? That's what he said.
That's what he said.
He said he thought he was getting robbed. Fair enough. Still makes it his fault.
Right.
Because why are you shooting back? If I'm by myself, yeah, I might go down with the shit, you know, maybe, because it's just me, so I just gotta get me out. if I'm in the house with my family, I can't shoot back at the door.
You can't shoot in the house safely.
Yeah, why would you be shooting in the house? Because that lets the other people on the other side know it's time to shoot.
At least not knowing who the fuck it is.
You don't even know who they are. I know, it's fucking bad enough too, you know? And so I think that he has a huge part to blame in just the death of this girl, but not legally. Legally, the cops have a lot to blame. But
100%
in a social outlook at it, it's his fault.
This next claim kind of addresses that in that they're saying, some people are saying that this guy that she was living with was a drug dealer, was a criminal, you know.
Is there any proof of that?
No, there wasn't.
I think the ex was a scumbag.
He doesn't have a record.
She clearly lives in a rough area.
She doesn't have a record.
And she had
her
terrible
ex-boyfriend
ex-boyfriend.
lives nearby, you know.
Yeah. That's what it seemed like. She had a bad ex-boyfriend. It was
There's
her
also
apartment.
no evidence of him staying there. Her ex-boyfriend.
It was her apartment, right? Her name was on it. Yeah. He's probably a deadbeat. Maybe spent a couple of nights, and then somehow her apartment ended up on that warrant list.
Right. Because how long does it take for people to fall in love in a relationship and start living together? It doesn't take long.
In the hood, it don't take more than 10 minutes because this kid's a fucking. Clearly, her ex was a bad guy. I don't know about the new guy. Yeah, 10 minutes. He's probably like, "You got an apartment, girl? All right, I'll be over there tonight." You know, like 10 minutes. And then she was probably like, "This dude's a scumbag." Kicked him out, got a real boyfriend, and a couple months later they came back and shot him.
Yeah, poor girl.
Louisville, Kentucky, though, so that's, I thought it was D.C. I don't know why the fuck I thought it was D.C. Now, a normal person is not just carrying around a pistol in D.C. In Louisville, Kentucky, yes, a normal person is just carrying around. In New York. Yeah, you need to have a license, right? But you need a reason.
There's so much.
You have to have so much cash, and it's rough too.
Yeah,
even if you get it, and even if you get it, a lot of times, because Tom DiGramo's getting one because his dad just bought a house upstate, so he's gonna use the upstate address where it's much more lax. It's all based on your current politician. So Long Island's hard, Nassau County's hard, and Manhattan, and Kings County, Queens County, Manhattan County, impossible. It's impossible in Manhattan, impossible. Because you would have to prove that you move with cash, which a lot of people in New York, Manhattan move with cash. So you have to have an even better reason than that. You can't just be like, "Oh, I carry cash." Yeah, and then even so, they'll probably still deny you if you have any bit of like, if you've ever had a background problem, like ever in your life, and you're not, and who carries cash anymore? You have to like literally prove that I have to carry these bundles of cash down the road. Otherwise, they say no. In Louisville, Kentucky, you go in the pawn shop and you just say, "Can I have that gun, please?" And they say, "Yes, sir, you can." That's how that works. Yeah. It's so bad. My uncle lived in Louisville, and I was at the gun range. And I'm looking at like 38 specials because I think they look cool, like revolvers. He comes over behind me. He goes, "What the hell are you gonna do with that?" I'm like, "What? Let's shoot it." That little ass thing ain't gonna do nothing. Takes me around. The thing goes 40 caliber, about the smallest I'd ever buy. And he's like, "I run a 45 myself. 9's pretty big too." I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm okay, dude." His accent wasn't that thick, but it was thickening up. He's from Long Island. I don't know why.
The bigger the caliber, the bigger his accent.
Yeah, the bigger his accent got. 9mm is pretty big. Yeah, he said 38 or 32. That's too small. What are you gonna do with that? It's a cap gun.
So next claim. Next claim is that there's body camera footage and the police aren't letting it out. False. There's no body cam footage. There's no law in that city saying that cops have to be executed with that. Yeah. So there's no footage, which is fucking bullshit. Next thing, the officer who was shot was hit by friendly fire.
I mean, I probably know that's not true.
That's not true. No, it's the boyfriend, when they were battering the door down, started shooting, shot the cop. He had to get surgery and everything.
No, he really shot at police officers. Yeah, that were just trying to execute. They didn't come in shooting. Like, I think that sometimes that picture gets painted.
Yeah.
But they came in with the battering ram and they were shot while they were battering ramming. So then they let off, which is why I keep blaming the boyfriend. Like that is almost like the old trick, you know, like where you tap somebody in the shoulder and run away and the guy next to you gets blamed for it. Like that's what he did basically to his own girlfriend. He let her stand there as cannon fodder while he fucking ran away after he shot somebody.
So was she not an EMT? Partially true.
Partially true.
I don't care.
Yeah,
which is really care less what
there's another one that doesn't
Another
matter.
human should not have been shot.
And if you read that one out to the way a quote god, he might have fucking smacked you just for putting that on.
I mean, it's so crazy. Like, that's another one that people are going like, she wasn't even an EMT.
Oh,
matter.
the woke god will spit venom at you for saying that.
Bro.
I seen the woke god hiss venom at somebody for saying that.
He should.
He should.
I seen it. He's fucking crazy.
Taylor was shot 8 times. She was shot 6.
But that's still fucking too much.
Who gives a shit?
That's another thing. That's another thing.
6 times too much. A human should be shot for nothing.
So those are the main.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious now. The police officers are taught to shoot to kill. I didn't know that until recent times, but they're taught to shoot to kill. Yeah, always shoot to kill. Even the knife guy. Like, I thought remember the knife guy chased him with the knife? The knife.
No. The psycho guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he shot him in the leg. I was like, oh my god, why he just shot him? No, he fucking shot him like 6 times to kill him. Like, they shoot to kill out there.
Yeah.
Like, if some bozo the clown is chasing me with a fucking knife and I have a pistol, I am gonna shoot him. But I'm probably just gonna try and shoot him in the leg. Like, are you okay, you freak?
So
and if he keeps crawling, just shoot him in the knee again.
Hard to shoot somebody in the leg.
It's not that hard from 6 inches away.
Well, 6 inches
from close by, it's yeah. But the thing is, it's just like.
I mean, he shot 6 off that and killed him. That guy did deserve that. I mean, you can't chase at people, run at people with knives.
Pretty close. It wasn't that far away.
You can't do that. That one. The fact that one even hits the stage, I sometimes feel bad for people who, like, really do believe, like, in the Black Lives Matter movement, and like they probably wouldn't want that video out. Like, that's not what they meant. I don't think. Like, when they brought up the George Floyd video, they didn't mean, hey, let's also show videos of black people like chasing cops with knives and getting shot, because that counts too. Right. You know, and like I think that's where you get a lot of these like boomers saying, what you gonna do, keep putting criminals on all the NFL players' helmets? And like that's where they kind of get that point from, because like if you're gonna prop up every person and then some of them are just beating their girlfriends, chasing cops with knives and getting shot over it, then people are like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, what are we doing now?
Yeah.
You know, they should have kept that video out. I think that turned a lot of people off. But regardless, don't say that to Wolf God, because he'll explain to you how that was completely justified and that fucking killing was ridiculous.
So let's move on to the next topic.
And people have a stake in our future. Let them vote.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna quickly tell my opinion because I do think we need to move a little bit faster.
Yeah.
I didn't know shit at 16. I didn't know shit at 20. No, I think, in my opinion, 16 is too young to vote.
And that's what they want to do in California. They want to lower the voting age to 16 years old.
California, what kind of state? Red or blue?
That's definitely super red.
It's a red state.
Extra red. I think.
So it's just so
I think
obvious.
It's almost
so the inherent
lava.
cheating, the inherent wanting to cheat,
fire.
the wanting. Why they had another one of
flaming.
those gender
It's like
things?
just general. No, I think it's just on fire all the time.
Yeah, it may be. It's a great state,
So,
great LA County, great city. I believe it's Democrat run though, and I just think this is the most obvious. Like, why don't you just be a little less trying to cheat? Like, less obvious about it. Like, not be super obvious. Like, 16 will work. Like, okay.
It's just so stupid.
Relax,
I would have
dude.
voted Republican.
We know you're scared. We know you don't think you're gonna win.
And literally,
but you don't have to go this far.
My parents were literally just. They were like, we're gonna vote for whatever the majority of people in our town are doing. That's what they had to do.
Yeah.
You know, so at 16, I would have voted for George W. Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the people in the town are looking at them while they're fucking voting.
Right.
You can click whatever you want, bro. I clicked
matter.
Ralph Nader. They sent me in there to vote for Romney against Obama, and I just clicked Ralph Nader because I couldn't do it. I didn't vote for Obama, so I didn't like go against my fam, but I did vote for Ralph Nader. I wasn't gonna vote for Mitt Romney.
That's funny, bro.
But regardless, yeah, 16. When I was 16, I was in and out of places where police hold people, so I don't even think they would let me vote, to be honest with you. But if I did, I probably would have not voted because I didn't give a fuck. I just got a license. I don't know if you've ever heard about that. It's way cooler than voting though. And they also had like girls, and you were able to have sex with them by 16. So I wasn't gonna vote. I wasn't gonna ever. I was chasing girls and driving cars and doing what normal 16-year-old people
Right.
should be doing.
Not making lifelong decisions.
I mean, well, you know my belief on it. I think that the easiest and most least mature activity on the list of banned activities is drinking, and that is that. If you cannot drink, you cannot do the rest of them. Giving your life up in war, voting for fucking the president, those are all much more mature things to do than drinking. So if you wanted me to agree with this and pass this, to lower the drinking age to 16 across the country, then some states can lower the voting age. And I'm cool with that. Because if you can't trust someone to have an alcoholic beverage, why can't we, like, you just look like a fucking cheater now. That's what it looks like. You're cheating. Andrew Yang's in on it. Of course he is. Yeah. He's trying to get some Democrat pull so when he runs again next four years, this fucking Trump guy's out of the way. Because if Trump wins and then he props up the next Republican candidate, it's just better for Republicans. So Andrew Yang goes for a loss, he's got a better run next time it comes around. So it's just politics. Even though Andrew Yang likes to come off, I don't do that. That's not what I'm here to do. Blah 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 blah. Well, now you're trying to let 16-year-olds.
You think he's gonna run again, Andrew?
Clearly, I just feel like he was coming off, and we bought into him. All three of us did too.
Yeah.
And he was so honest, and like he was only looking out for the American people. Money. Now he's like, just to get a W, 16-year-olds can vote. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. That's completely normal. Only in California, though, where everyone's going to vote Democrat. Not in, like, Texas. Can't do it in Texas.
Let's go to too far enough.
16-year-olds in Texas are too stupid.
That should have been our too far enough.
Just like... What?
That should
Yeah,
have
that
been.
should have been. Why, we have a
Yeah.
different one?
We have
Yeah.
a different one. Yeah.
Oh, I saw you bring this up. Is this real or is this going to be one of those
This is-
Choco
no,
Taco
this
sites
is
you bring me
actually
to?
real. No, this is actually real.
One of these fucking fugazis that we
So
bring up.
in Texas, they've
So
been
bad.
using hypnosis to help people remember. And what
Yeah.
they do is, let's say you're a witness to a crime,
Right.
and you're like, but I don't remember exactly what happened. It happened so fast. They bring an official state hypnotist.
I'll show you.
They'll hypnotize
It's inadmissible
you,
in court.
and they go like, so you were, and they've been using it in Texas for
Admissible though, or just for evidence?
as evidence, but they're using
It's
it
enough to prove a crime?
To prove a crime. People have gone to
Polygraphs
prison.
aren't even admissible.
People
Right,
have
they're
gone to
not
prison
anymore.
for years.
Over someone's hypnotic fucking thoughts?
And
Yeah.
but they're using it so this person remembers, right? So they say, like,
Oh.
all right, so you're.
No, yeah, I've seen it.
you're
And they
there.
dig it up, right?
And there's like, so you
Multiple
you remember,
sessions.
this guy had the gun, and then what happened? Oh,
he
he's
ran,
there,
and then they ran it down.
And they start writing down. Oh, this person remembered. He's
No, I've
fucking
seen
there.
it. I've seen it, dude.
So ridiculous.
I was gonna say I just seen a thing about these two kids. Listen to how fucked up this is. You see Making a Murderer?
Yes.
So the lawyer ended up hopping on the friend's case and got him out, got him $1 million per year as he spent in jail. He spent his whole 20s in jail, $11 million. He was bitching and complaining. I'm like, bro, everybody else in their 20s was trying to work for retirement. You did it. Stop complaining, you asshole. He's like 29 years old. He has $11 million, never has to work again, just got out of jail. But the reason he was in jail is because his buddy, who was fucked up and all coked out, they ran out of money and they couldn't buy any more coke, so they went home. And that night, someone was murdered around the block from the bar, and he ended up reading the story in the news, and that story led him to think that he did kill him and he was part of it. Meanwhile, his friend's like, bro, I dropped you off at home, and they used the hypnotist this to hypnotize the rest of the story out of him. He confesses to a crime that he didn't even commit, and the friend had to go to jail for 11 years because of it.
So ridiculous.
And he's like, bro, I dropped him off at home. I'm the one who drove. He was shit-faced, and they're like, we don't care. He said you guys did it.
Mhm.
So we're putting you both in jail.
So too far.
There's 2 people on death row
It's
right
fucking
now.
stupid.
What?
It's so stupid.
And the only evidence they have is a hypnotoast fucking
confession.
That's their
confession.
main thing.
That's their main
Listen,
thing.
we don't use LSD for this purpose anymore. We don't use polygraph tests for this because it's not accurate. Like, this is so retarded.
No, DNA took a long time to be accurate, like for it to be even admissible. Like it had to be good. Like they make sure shit's good.
What the fuck? What is this? What are you showing me?
Defense law, luckily,
Mary Vincent.
there's so much money
Hold
in
on.
defense law that
Mary
luckily
Vincent.
people still have a shot. at least.
Wait, why are we talking about Mary Vincent?
I think they used.
Who's Mary Vincent?
Teen survived. She couldn't recall
What
her
her child looked
attacker
like? Oh
until
no!
she was
Don't tell me
hypnotized.
that. I'm a big fan of hers. She got attacked as a teen. Had to basically cut off her arms to survive,
Oh my god,
and got away.
that's crazy. Dude, some
Wait, I
people
want to
do.
read this.
That's how every
Go
serial
read
killer
this.
gets caught. Some fucking tough bitch. They get their
One
hands on the
person,
wrong fucking
yeah.
tough bitch.
Any serial killer that has been caught.
Yeah.
Wow, think of the countless
The
number that's out
Mad
there.
Chopper, this guy was called.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I read about one that the serial killer got this guy and his girlfriend, and he was like the biggest sissy ever. They said, like he brought a gun on.
Look at this.
I don't want to.
Read that.
As of 2012, half the U.S. has banned memories retrieved during or after hypnosis from being
Scroll
introduced.
over
Half.
state.
Half is
Scroll over New York real quick.
Not allowed.
Okay, makes sense.
no, of course not.
Depends.
Depends.
Oh.
The yellow is depends.
What's the green? Allowed.
Green's
Okay.
allowed in 3 states.
Admissible. Montana doesn't have a rule on it. Nevada.
Admissible, huh? So you can literally admit that shit in court, bro.
Depends. Wow.
No, I'm not about that shit.
Fucking
bro.
magic science.
My lawyer will eat that up, though. And if he
Hold
doesn't,
on.
I'll
You
tell
don't
him that.
remember? Or you weren't even in the state at the time? Hold on a second. Magic.
No,
Oh,
like,
he says he was.
dude, if my lawyer came to me and was like, yo, listen, the only thing they got is this hypnosis thing, I would just immediately be like, okay, the hypnosis person has to show up at court and hypnotize me. If they can't, I want it out.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, that's a fucking genius idea. She'll be here on Tuesday. And when it doesn't
Can I
fucking
get
work,
hypnotized? I'll
yeah,
get
if
hypnotized.
you can prove to me and my defense team that you are for real, we'll then fucking listen to your nonsense. But if you can't, fuck you.
Damn.
You lose, and it's the jury's decision to be like, well, the hypnotist when they were put on the stand, they bitched out, they wouldn't talk to the defendant, so
Right.
now they can at least like weigh that out. I'm like, is the jury just supposed to be like, oh, the hypnotist?
Oh, sounds
I
good,
thought
yeah.
hypnotists were scams. Like, I thought Long Island Medium was a scam. I thought that's a scam. That's what that is, no?
I do. I think people pay for that entertainment.
Yeah, that's what it's a scam. Like, it can't be
Like
real.
magicians.
Yeah, like a magician is just sleight of hand. It's not really magic.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's too far.
I think it's too far as
We
well.
can move on.
Way too far.
Beany, you have a corner?
I
Yeah.
do.
Nice. What is it?
So I know that you're not hip to the jive with celebrities.
I'm hip to every job.
However, it is a little bit celebrity related. So before we start reading everything, don't read it. Don't read it. I got funny quotes from celebrities and then 3 possible options as to who you think said the quote.
Okay.
And then between the 2 of you, whoever guesses will get a point, and then at the end we'll see who wins.
Okay, let's keep it down so I know if I win this time. I have to start.
Alright.
You need a pen? Oh, you got this
You
stuff.
start with pen.
So the first quote.
What's it, red or that's just the
No,
cap?
It's
take off the
black.
cap.
Yeah, take that off. The first quote, everybody at home, so you can play along. I winked really badly at the camera. The reporter said,
We always forget who's
did you visit the Parthenon during your trip to Greece? And then this mystery celebrity said, I can't really remember the names of the clubs we went to. Was it James Harden? Was it Shaq? Or was it
Shaq.
LeBron?
Shaq.
It was Shaq.
Nobody invites any of those other idiots to Greece.
Oh,
And
no.
LeBron, well, they would invite LeBron, but he wouldn't go to a club. 1-1.
There you go. 1-1. Okay.
Those are athletes, those aren't celebrities, so we'll see as
They're
the celebrities start
celebrities.
coming out. I know, but I mean, the only reason I think we got that is because.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've never really wanted to go to Japan, simply because I don't like eating fish, and I know that's really popular out there in Africa. Who said
It's
that?
gotta be Jessica Simpson or Paris Hilton. I'm gonna go with Paris
I'm gonna
Hilton.
go with.
So for those of you at home, it's Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, or Jessica Simpson.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm going. Yeah, you're right. I'll stick to Paris Hilton, but you're right.
So you say Paris Hilton, you say Jessica Simpson. You're
Simpson.
both wrong. It was Britney Spears.
No.
Yeah. Can
All
you
right.
believe that? Okay, so I know it says chicken of the sea.
That's Jessica
But
Simpson.
it's chicken or fish. Paris Hilton, Jessica
Jessica
Simpson.
Simpson.
Yeah, that's the easy.
You're right. Yes, I
Yeah.
did throw an easy one.
That was the most talked about quote for like
For
6
sure,
years. That's
for
from
sure.
Nick Lachey and her show.
Yeah, so that was Jessica Simpson. So last is I make Jessica Simpson look like a rock scientist.
All right, I don't think Paris Hilton is smart enough to make the joke. I think actually Nicole Richie made that joke.
I make
Is that
Jessica
right?
Simpson look like a rock sign.
Because I feel like the joke was from that show they had together, but it could be Tara Reid too.
Paris Hilton.
So you think it's Paris Hilton.
Oh, a rock scientist. Oh, it may be Paris Hilton then.
So you think it's Paris Hilton as well. And at home, it's Paris Hilton, Tara Reid, or Nicole Richie.
I'm gonna go with Paris Hilton too.
You both think it's Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
I'll switch it. Nicole Richie.
You're both wrong anyway. It's
There's
Tara Reid.
Tara Reid, huh? We suck at this. I don't know. How the fuck would I know? It's the same choices on every single
I
question.
know. I wanted to confuse you guys. Now
Alright.
we'll change up. Smoking kills. If you're killed, you've lost an important part of your life. Who said that?
I hope none of them, but I'm
These
guessing.
are models. So Gigi Hadid.
I don't think anybody gives a fuck what Gigi Hadid says. So I'm saying Tyra. I want to have more faith in Paris. So I'm gonna go with Brooke
He's
Shields.
important.
I'm gonna go with Brooke Shields. Please not Tyra.
I'm gonna say Brooke Shields too.
You guys are right. It was Brooke Shields.
It's a terrible game. Stupidest one we ever took score for.
So this one is, I guess I'm gonna fade into Bolivian. Was it
Bolivian.
That was Mike Tyson.
Was it Floyd Mayweather?
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yes, it was Mike Tyson.
I remember I said that. Why do people say grow some balls?
Balls are weak and sensitive. If you really want to get tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding. Was it Betty
Betty
White,
White said
Tina Fey, and there's more?
No, Betty White said it.
Or Cardi B?
Betty
Betty
White.
White said it.
You both say Betty White?
Yeah.
All right, you're both right.
Okay.
I know.
We were tied up the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, crack is cheap. I make too much money to smoke crack. Let's get this straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
That's either Whitney or Bobby. I just couldn't tell you.
Is it Whitney, Bobby, or Bill Cosby? Who is it?
You should go with Whitney and I'll go with Bobby or vice versa so somebody gets the points.
Crack is whack.
I'm gonna go.
You
I'm
don't
gonna.
think Bill Cosby didn't do crack?
He wouldn't say that a lot. This is a quote, no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's Bobby Brown. I'm gonna go with Bobby.
I'm gonna go with Bobby Brown.
You're both gonna go with Bobby Brown.
Is it Whitney then?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Whitney.
Why didn't you just do what I just said, dude? Do you want to win or you just want to keep losing these games? God darn it.
All right, ready? Psychiatry is a pseudoscience. You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do. Matt.
Tom Cruise.
You don't even know. You're a glib. You don't even know what Ritalin is. Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, or Chris Pratt?
I'm gonna go with Brad Pitt.
It's Tom Cruise.
How'd you know it was Tom
It's
Cruise?
when he was jumping up and down on the couch
With
about Scientology. With
Oprah Winfrey.
Yes. Yeah. What are you looking at, sugar tits? Is that Bill Cosby, Bill Clinton, or Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson.
Bill Cosby.
Mel Gibson.
Is it really? It's pretty much it.
Isn't that hilarious? It made me laugh so
That's
much.
such
What are you
Mel
looking
Gibson
at,
thing to
sugar
say.
tits? And I could just picture him doing like a little scoop, you know?
I think gay marriage should be something between a man and a woman. Probably Arnold said that shit.
So is it Arnold Schwarzenegger, Cuba Gooding Jr., or Melania Trump?
Man and a woman. I think gay marriage should be between a man and a woman. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be Melania.
Should I impersonate all three voices? So
Yes,
you guys?
please. Yes,
Oh,
please.
okay. I think gay marriage is something that should be between a man and a
Such a
woman.
bad
That's
one.
terrible. Alright, don't do any of this fucking
The
accent.
best-
Can you do Cuba Gooding Jr.?
How you
I
gonna?
think. No, I can't.
That sounds racist.
Alright, just pick one, Alexia. I'm
Can
going.
you do Melania?
It would sound the same.
Who
as
offers to
Arnold.
do accents and then can't do them?
You're so bad at accents.
Why'd you offer?
I'm gonna say Melania Trump.
And you said?
I said Arnold, but he probably got that one too, right?
It's Arnold.
Oh, I got it. Nice. That one.
Damn it.
Alright.
They misunderestimated me. That was hard to say.
Misunderestimated.
That is JBJ. Judy J.
They misunder.
That's George Bush Jr. Jr. said that.
I would say George Bush Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, you're both right.
Misunderestimated me.
If you live with 58 lions and tigers, then you'll always have a lot of pussy in the house. Was that Joe Exotic? Was that Siegfried and Roy? Or was that Carol Baskin?
That's Joe Exotic said that.
I didn't watch that show. Joe Exotic.
He just always does that. That's
It
how
was
he
Siegfried and Roy.
Ah.
Isn't that funny?
I was gonna say his. I should try it. I should do the strategy. Whenever he's not sure, he just says mine, and he knows he's gonna keep the same points.
Yeah.
Every time I'm not sure, I go against him. That's why I'm losing
Oh, is
by
this a
fucking 3
tiebreaker?
right
No,
now.
no, no.
No,
Okay,
I'm
last
down 1. I
question.
need to get this. Then we would need a tiebreaker. If I
Okay.
get this, and you know.
If I was president of the Goal USA, I'd turn the churches into strip clubs and watch the whole world pray.
Here, just so we don't end up in a guaranteed overtime. Wait, here. This is yours, so then we can give our own answer for the last one. Because if you just.
So your answer's
no,
at home.
No, because strategically he can just say what I'm saying because
For
he's
sure.
up
And
1,
you
so
win.
you would guarantee
So
the
your
If I
answer's
was
at home. Is it
president
Ozzy
of the
Osbourne,
Goal
Hugh Hefner, or
USA,
Kid Rock?
I'd turn-
It really could be any one of those. I did such a good job of guessing who could be the other people. Oh, you're both right. It was Kid Rock.
Good game. Yeah, it rhymes. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah.
you know,
It
yeah.
was very soft.
Alexia won 9-8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, good game.
Good game.
Good game. That's fun. I like the games.
Cool. All right, guys. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. You were all complaining
He
that
wants
we
to
didn't
get out of here,
record.
so go ahead, listen to the lady.
You're all complaining that we weren't recording, so you got to do your part and make sure people want to watch the show. Otherwise, we're just filming for 2 of you.
We did, yeah.
Maybe a little cheer, huh?
Yeah, unless, the same ones are watching every week. All right, that's all we got. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.